Hi, my name is Brianna Garcia. Today I will be discussing a character from Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Long John Silver is a very significant character within this book. He is an anti-hero, otherwise known as a captivating antagonist. He generally does like Jim. No, he does not deserve what he gets at the end, and I will also be going over some of his qualities as well as some of his morals. So, what makes Silver an anti hero? Well, from the beginning, he has always been in it for himself. Upon arranging and discussing with some of his crew members about the mutiny, one of them swiftly asks him, "Well, what are we going to do with those who are not on our side?" He then responds, "Well, what would you think? Put 'em ashore like maroons, that would have been England's way, or cut 'em down like that much pork." Another example is whenever he tries to save himself from the harsher consequences, whenever his crew discovers that the once hidden treasure has already been discovered by someone else. Also, in chapter 11, What I Heard in the Apple Barrel, Jim explains what he overheard Silver and some of his crew members discussing, and that is their mutiny. However, the following day after that, Silver is now acting innocent and clueless as if he does not know what had happened the night before. And this is what Jim says about it. "I was surprised at the coolness which John avowed his knowledge of the island, and I own I was half frightened when I saw him draw nearer myself." Next, we have Jim and Silver's relationship. Upon their first encounterment, Silver and Jim bond naturally. They are seen to share some laughs and share also valuable moments with each other. This also shows that Silver realized that Jim might just be the younger version of himself. And this is seen whenever he says, "You're a lad, you are, but you're as smart as paint. I see that when you first came in." Another quote that depicts the bond that they shared with their first meeting is when Jim says, "Our little walk along the quays, he made himself the most interesting companion, telling me about the different ships we passed by, their rigs, tonnage, and nationality, explaining the work was going forward. I began to see that here was one of the best possible shipmates." A question to reflect upon their relationship and to explain that Silver does generally like Jim is, what stranger would actually take their time to deeply talk and get to know someone if they generally did not like them? Now moving on. Does Silver get what he deserves? No, not under any circumstances does he deserve what he got at the end. He may have shown braveness. He may have shown trying to outsmart the rest. However, in the end, he only failed. However, while doing so, he managed to luck out. On the ship ride home, Silver manages to escape, and upon his escape, he steals part of the treasure, which comes to show that he is just generally good at being a pirate. This is Jim's response. "Silver was gone. The maroon had connived at his escape in a shore boat some hours ago. The sea cook had not gone empty-handed. He had cut through a bulkhead unobserved and had removed one of the sacks of coins, worth, perhaps, 300 or 400 guineas." So here is some of Silver's qualities and some of his morals. So he is shown to have braveness, also leadership qualities because he arranged the mutiny, which means he is independent, and we can also see that he has an ability to outsmart the others. Also, we can see that he is heartless. So upon, again, his discussion with his crew members about the mutiny, his response to what his crew member asked is, "I'll finish with them at the island as soon as the blunt's on board, and a pity it is." So this quote generally means that he is willing to sacrifice whatever it is. However, as long as he is not in danger, or as long as he is not risking anything for himself, then he's fine with it. We can also see that Silver is two-faced. He is once arranging the mutiny, and then after, he is trying to get on the innocent people's side, so the side that Jim is on. And this is what he tells the doctor: "I'm on your side now, hand in glove, and I shouldn't wish for to see the party weakened, let alone yourself, seeing as I know what I owes you." So here are some questions that we can reflect upon this presentation is, do you think Silver relates to Jim in some ways? Why does Silver remain so loyal to himself? Do you think Jim admires Silver's morals, or does he look up to his actions? So overall, Silver plays a very important part. Though he may not have been the main focus, the story would not have been what it was without him in Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Thank you.